Welcome back, folks. This is lesson 6, and I want to give you a different type of picture from last time. Last time it was a winter scene on a country lane using perspective and what have you. This time I want you to it be a sunset painting, or after the sun has gone, and with boats. I think they're Thames barges, but I won't swear to that because I don't know much about these nautical terms. But anyway, the boats at sunset. And let's see how we go on with this. First of all, these I've put on screen the colours I'm mixing in good mixes to sort of get us going. The ochre or the raw sienna is number 1. The alizarin crimson is that a lovely glowy colour in the winter skies, and French ultramarine and burnt umber gives you a nice grey colour. So just to give you a rough idea of the types of quantities I've mixed paint, this should give you some idea. That's an idea of that's the mix sort of thing. And of course the first thing I want to do on this is take the colour off, the colours off there. You've got a set of them now. Put that out of the way, and there's your painting, which is ready for sketching for you. So here's our painting. There's 2 barges here. There's one slightly in the distance from this one, and this is our main barge. Of course, that's in the distance, and we can fill in what we like around the back here. And the sun's gone, so it's an evening sky. As I say, I'm not an expert on boats, the technical terms, but we'll get through. I'm sure we will. So the first thing I want to do, I want to sort of start it off by washing the paper all with clean water. And I've got a brush here. It's a 2-inch brush. It's quite a beast. It's a big one, and I have to be careful with this because if Carol sees it at this size, she'll have him painted the kitchen. I'm not having that. So, and it's an old one. It's in fact it fell apart, but it works anyway. Let's first of all put some clean water on. This is clean water all over the picture. Wash it across there. And of course, as in some of the other lessons, you've heard using the hairdryer, because it speeds things up a bit for me. So I'm not hanging about. So the noise of the hairdryer will come soon, because I want to dry this off a little bit. But this is just like painting the kitchen. I better speak softly there, because you might be knocking about. The reason this painting is delayed, if you like, a few days before I did the last one, we've had some technical troubles with the camera and what have you. And I've got a new setup here, and this is the first one on the new setup, and hopefully this will work. I've got my fingers crossed, my legs crossed, and everything crossed. So that's a wash of water onto there. Right. So the first thing we do is let's put some of that raw sienna or ochre on. Let's slop some across here like this. And of course, you can paint it can be quite strong, because the water on the board will weaken it down, won't it? Because it's mixing with the colour and then weakening it. So you go all over the boat. Don't worry about the boat. We'll sort them out in a minute. And of course, if you imagine this is water down here, this is going to reflect what's in the sky, isn't it? So what's upstairs is downstairs as well. So let's just put a bit of touch of that on and see where we go with that. And then the next colour I want to pop on is I want to pop on some this colour at the top, which is the dark colour. This is our ultramarine and burnt umber. Right at the top. This is night coming, if you like. Whop some of that up the top there. Nice brush this. It'd ruin it if I used emulsion on it though. I mean, it would. I'm not having that. And then whop that in there. Touch on that. And away we go. And the next thing we've got is I want to mix in that alizarin crimson, which is a lovely colour. So we'll slip some of that in there. Slip it in as it comes down the sun there. Of course, don't forget some of these colours will be in the water as well, won't they? So these colours, use these colours as well. I like doing these, guys. You're never going to get the same twice. It's what I like about it. It's real fun. You'll enjoy this. Not a lot, but you'll enjoy it. And keep whipping a touch of the underside of that cloud there. It's just catching the last rays of light that's gone over the horizon there. And of course, it'll soften into the paper as it goes along. Let's get some of that dark colour now into the water. We need some of that down here, don't we? So the water up there is down here as well, I see. So right down there. There we go. I should see us right there. Now the next job is to let it dry, or if you've got a hairdryer, dry it off. That's the next job. So I better do that now so we can speed up a little bit. Okay? Sorry about the noise. Feel that dry? No, it shouldn't work. That's not bad. We're all right there, I think. Right, the next thing I want to do is to paint some boats in. These are, I think, the Thames Barges. So the colours for these will be, I'm going to use some that burnt umber, the stuff that we used in the sky, but without the blue this time. And the background boat will be paler than the front one because it's further back. That is called aerial perspective. I don't want to bog you down with detail, but that's the technical term for it. So I'm going to get some of this burnt umber. I'll get the palette if I can and show it you. Just a touch of this in here. Nothing special. Just in there. Not a lot. Right. Move that out of the way. And let's pop in the hull of this background boat. And don't forget, we're painting in real time here, so if I make a mistake, sometimes we do, you're going to see it warts and all. So that's the hull of that boat. Now I want to paint the one, I'll leave that to dry for a while, and I'm going to paint this front one, at undercoat if you like, with a similar colour, but a bit stronger this time, because it's closer to it. So a bit more burnt umber in the mix, and then let's paint this in. Gently with your brush. This is that number 6 brush I told you about. It's a nice brush. You can control it a better. It's just whip it in. Be careful where you're going with your brush. That's the rud of that little bit at the back. We'll pop that. We'll sort it out later. In fact, we can put this wash all over this. We know where we are, don't we? Right. Wash it in on the hole here. I love these barges. I say I'm not technical, and no doubt when I'm painting this or somebody's looking at this, there'll be experts on Thames barges, and they'll say, "Look at me, he's forgotten to put a left-handed wiggle pin on that corner," and they're probably right. I have, because I don't know what they are, but at least it should look like a boat when we've done. That's all we're interested in, not the technical details. Let the pundits sort them out. We'll get her. So there's the hull of that boat, and there's the hull of that boat. Now, if I just dry that up a little bit, before I dry it up, I'll try and put a bit of shadow. That sky colour, this bluey stuff up there, I'll pinch a bit of that and put it down in the underside of this hull here, just here. That's where the hull goes under, isn't it? See, I'm touching this one here because it's still wet, so it's all soaking in. Right, I need to dry that a bit. Let me get going a bit. You know, that hairdryer is a godsend. It's travelled the world with me, and it still works well. They should be reasonably dry now, so we can give it a bit of tonal difference on it. I'll give it an extra coat of that dark brownish stuff. Pop some on the end of this brush here. Make this a bit darker. Down on the hole, round there, and then we can have a touch down. That'll do on that end, and a touch, also a touch, an extra coat on this side of this boat here. Gives it a bit of definition. And of course, when you're doing this, if this is water below this, we're going to get some sort of suggesting a reflection in here, won't we? Just across here, just a twiddle. Don't go mad. Don't try and photograph it. It's just make it just as though it's. You can see it in the water there, just like that. That'll do. And this one in the background, of course, you'll get a sort of reflection there as well, just a touch. Leave it at that, and then we'll take it from there. And what I want to do now is let's put some of these sails in. I think that when they're wrapped up like this, I think they call them furled sails. So I'm going to use some of that burnt sienna on this, which is it's like a tan colour, which gives you a lovely sail colour. They're like this, like a reddy sail. It's a gorgeous colour. The background one, of course, is going to be weak, isn't it? Because it's further back. So let's pop that one in. Just take it from up here like this. Take it down there. Flash it around, wrap it around there. Up that mast there a touch, and then round there. that's a flat coat if you like. But I think what we'll do is a little one at the back there. Let's do that one as well. Just wrapped up. Of course, don't forget the reflection, will you? And it'll reflect directly below it, won't it? Just a twiddle on there. And this one here. But that, I'm going to put a bit of that sky colour, this bluey colour, into these sails, just to give it a little touch of shadow, because it's going dark, isn't it? On this side here, just so you know that it's got shape. It's three-dimensional instead of just a flat piece of colour. That's enough detail there, and this one, just a touch on that and this one. Then we can talk about having the front one done. Let's flick a touch of that in there as well. Just a twiddle. Because there'll be somebody out there saying, oh, I haven't put a touch of that in. But I have. Right, so the front one we want to make a little bit stronger because it's closer to us. So let's get cracking on that. Same colours again, but stronger this time. Less water, more colour. We should be fine on this. And this one, just the same. I'm still using the same brush here, by the way. It's just whop it in like this. Nice strokes across there. Curl it up that one if you like. Fold it there, and a fold just here, look. And a fold just here. And a fold just there. Then we can take this side in down here. Just down there, and down towards the deck. Just like that. And the same with the little one as well. I'll take that, give that little touch up the top there. And a touch up to take that curve around there a bit nicer. That's better. Then this little one here, just pop it in. Furled sail, round it goes, it's wrapped up, so you're holding it, you get these folds in it. Down to there, down to the deck, and that's about right. We've got to put some shadow in, haven't we? We've got to be, never forget your shadows, because this is important. It gives you, you picture your three-dimensional look. That's it, nice and dark down there. This is closer to us, don't forget, so it's going to be shady, isn't it? One round there. One under this one's it wraps around that one, and perhaps a fold just there. Around that. Oh, like that. Right. Now don't forget the little one as well. Don't forget that. Touch on top. And of course, don't forget the reflections in the water, will you? So that'll come start about here, won't it? And we twiddle, 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 twiddle. That'll come out the bottom of the picture, I think, that one. Yeah. And this one just here, twiddle, 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 twiddle. Put a bit of dark in there to darken it down a bit. Calm it down, because it's got some colour in there, some shadowy colours, hasn't it? Just suggest it. I say don't try and paint another sail, whatever you do, or it'll look crackers. Right, we get on a bit there. We're cracking on. Let's see what's next. Dry it a little bit. We don't want to muck it up, do we? Right, I think it should be a bit dry that now. And what I might do now is putting some. There's something on the deck. I don't know what it is, but it's something. They're carrying something. It might be contraband. I don't know what it is, but at least it's some parcels or something. So I'm just going to put some colour on here. Let's say I put a bit of blue on there. The colour's not important. It's just that it's sitting on the deck. So let's have some colour. There we are. bit more colour in there. And I think you might get a touch, just a touch of reflection just here. You might get a touch. I'm just a slight bit where you can just see it. That's that bit of blue there. Now we'll change the colour for this one. We'll perhaps a touch of greeny colour. That's blue and yellow. If you're just beginners, you experts will know already how to mix a green, won't you? So I'll just put a touch of colour in there. Not a lot, because it's only a small area. We'll pop it in here like this. There. That'll do. Blend it in with that a bit, because it's dark, isn't it? Right, and the background boat, we want to put something in that as well. We'll put a bit of a colour in that one. Not too strong, just to suggest something's on the deck. There it is, whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's a nice colour. Perhaps a touch there. Right, and in the I'll just draw that bit there. In the near the front of that ship, this one here, we can see inside the hull there, and of course it's against the light, so it'll be probably shadowy. So we'll put a touch of shadow in there. That'll give it some shape, won't it? This bit here, look. There's the inner of that boat there, and of course these boats have a sticky out thing at the front, don't they? I'll be getting my rig up for this. I think it's called a bowsprit or something. So let's we better put a bowsprit in there, or somebody else has forgotten the bowsprit. That's this little sticky out thing here. I'm sure they must tie a sail to it or something. So that'll go just there. That sets that up. Perhaps one on this one as well, shall we? Just a little one. Nothing too much. It'll be short of that. There, that'll do. Right. And there's a sticky up bit here. There's a stick here, some description. I don't know what it is, but I'll put a dark stick in wherever it is. Yeah, and of course you might get a reflection here, won't you? Hey? I keep twiddle it down there, like that. And just to the side of that, of course, I'd forgotten that there's a bit of a mooring post, isn't there? I keep remembering as I go along. I'll put the mooring post in as well while we've got this. This is brownish stuff here, because these rustic posts. I'm going to stick it above the horizon because it's not too long. I'll put a nice longer one in like that. That'll be better. That's better. And of course, if you get a reflection in the water, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Just there. Be lovely there, wouldn't it? And of course, I should have got this twiddly thing here as well. Don't forget that. That'll just show up in there, won't it? Coming together, looking like a boat nearly now. Now this rudder at the back, I think I better put it in a dark colour to distinguish it from the back of the boat. I think the back is called the stern. See, I'm using all these technical terms now. I don't want to baffle you, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. This is, come down here and take the shape, and it comes shaped down here like that. And this is the bit that for the ones like me who don't know what it's for, this is for what the bloke sits on the ship and he steers it with. Whichever way he turns this thing, makes it go the way he wants it to go. So that's he's in charge. We can soon sort that out and put that on there, which makes a nice one. I'll stick it up here a bit because he's got to have something to get hold of, hasn't he, the bloke? So let's Let's do it, make it authentical. Where we go. There we are, there's a sticky up bit, and a little bit of rudder stuck out like that, and you can steer with that. By Jove, I'd like to get on this boat, it's a nice one. And of course, don't forget, it's got to reflect into the water, isn't it? Don't forget that. Twiddle down here. It might look a bit odd, but I think it will help. And that one's there, that one's there, that one's there. Twiddle that bit. Yeah, probably a bit of dark on one side of this here pole. There. Lovely. And of course, what you can also do, which is quite nice, is it's difficult to do. The top of this thing, it's got some. The rest of the mast is up there, isn't it? And it's so difficult when you get to my age to get these things straight. So what I've done, I've cheated here. This is Carol's credit card, which I've cut up, and it saved me a fortune. And all I can do is use the edge of that, put a bit of colour on it, a bit of dark colour, any dark colour will do. Just paint on the edge of that like that. And then just pop that just there. It'll give us a nice straight line. How's that? Now I can't do it that straight. So, and because I've cut it that shape, you see, there's a little short one here, because there's a little short stick there. Let's paint a touch on that on there. Oh dear, the things we do with money. Right, a nice one there like that. That gives us a little stick there. And by using that, I can probably use that for the other little ones as well. Let's get them up there. That's one on this one here. And then we might as well put these in as well at the back. Sorry about the noise outside. I'll tell you what it is. It's a helicopter going to the wind farm off the coast. We live in a place called Cromer, and that there's a wind farm way off the coast, and that they go out and take supplies to them and things like that. It's, oh blast, look what I've done there. Made a picture of that. Not too worry. Let's see what we can do. I'll sort that out somehow. I'll put a bit more sail on it or something. That'll hide it, won't it? See, that's we're talking about helicopters and things like that. You see, you get it wrong. Stick a bit of sort of sail on there, that'll straighten that out. That's better, that's got rid of it. So we all make mistakes, folks, so don't worry if you get it wrong. That's used that bit of stuff there. That's got us two boats on the go. And somewhat to moor it up to, want a little bit of a rope to tie that to, better put that in, or it'll float away. Let's use a little touch of, I can't use a straight one, this because it's got to be a curve, hasn't it? So, let me give you a tip here. When you're doing that, make sure you hit the pole and the boat, or it looks odd. So that's, whether you, I know I'm splitting hairs, but you might get this a touch of this stuff down here, you know. But I'm splitting hairs now. But that's getting most of the boats done like that. I think I want to put some background in now, because it's just floating in midair, isn't it? So let's think of some background. Perhaps at this right hand side here. We'll have I'll use this one. Just here, perhaps some distant cliffs or something like that. Just keep it simple. And I'm going to use that bluey stuff I've got left from my sky. That's this. I'll show you where it is. This stuff here. So I've got a bit left. So I'm going to use that. I'll start it off here, and I'm going to water it down because the distant bit will be pale, won't it? Just there. So that's in the distance. Right, and then next one, I'll get some more of this paint on. And next time it'll be a bit stronger because it's closer to me. In other words, you're getting recession, aren't you? Or, as again, it's called aerial perspective. And all they mean by that is its colours at the back are paler than the ones at the front. So that's keeping it less technical. But at least you can see, or hopefully you'll see, that this cliff is closer than that one, because that's gone behind it. Now I'll put another one in, a bit stronger this time, because it's closer to us. Let's get a bit of touch of colour in here. Oh, that's a bit stronger. What I might do is, because it's closer, I might put a touch of that dirty brown colour, what we did in the sky. A touch of that into it might make it quite a bit, bring it warmer and make it closer to us, won't it? So let's try a touch of that in. Yeah, it's got a bit of brown in there now, see? Which has brought that cliff towards me. So through a simple couple of minutes there, we've established a background, haven't we? Which is nice. And of course, this foreground cliff, you would see a little bit more detail because it's closer to here. So what we ought to do is just put one or two touches of sort of a variation in colour, like we did on that one where we pinned a mountain into the distance and stuff like that. So we'll put a stronger colour in here, get a bit more of that blue together, a bit of that brown together, get it close, a bit darker, and put in some crevices if you like. These are crevices here. Make it look as though you know what you're doing. That's it. Don't try and paint every rock or pebble and stuff like that. This is distance. It's the viewer will fill it in for you, and it'll make all these lovely things. Oh yes, that's rocks. You can see that's the closest rock. That's the next cliff, and this is the next one in the distance there. Now that's fine. I mean, what I could do is this side, if I'm wanting to mess about a bit, is let's put. I'm messing about here, but not to worry. We'll have a go, shall we? I'm mixing a bit more bluey stuff in this, and I think what I might do is, let's say a touch of. Oh, this is. Or make it something like a jetty or something like that. The edge of the harbour or something. Anything, there is something sticking out here. They're like one or two poles and perhaps a shed. Perhaps a shed looking like that. That'd be nice in there. Just a... Yeah. So it's just whatever's on a key side, if you like. So make it up as you go along. What about another building here? Put a bit of a roof on it like that. That'll do. Anything. So we're filling. I'm filling in now with this, but it's what it's done. It's closed down the painting. It's brought it towards us. Let's give that building a touch down there like that. There's usually one or two spiky bits stuck up, so I have a bit of spiky stuff up here, and perhaps another one just here. So it looks like something's going off there, but it doesn't matter what it is. It's not important. It's the spear carriers. It's not special. So that'll do. I don't want to get bogged down with detail. Perhaps a touch of, and I don't think you would get that far away you won't get much reflection. Same with this. Right, things are looking a bit established now. We've got, here's water, and it's low tide as well, don't forget. I said it was a low tide. So what we're going to do is, I want to sort of put in some sea now, but leave some areas of mud, which is low tide, isn't it? So let's tackle that next, and I think we'll do it with. Well, it's got that kind of sky, and it wants to replicate that kind of sky. So we've got the blues up there, which I'm going to put some blue in there. I'll pinch a bit of that. But also what I'm going to, it's got some pinky stuff up there, isn't it? So I think we ought to put a pinch of it. I've got this bit of pink left here. So if I put some of that in there, that'll represent both colours, won't it? We'll see how we go with that. Right. We'll see how we go. So I'll put this just here. Start it off just here. A bit pinky. Which is picking up the colours of the sky, isn't it? Put some more of that in there, a bit more bluey into it over there. It comes down here. And then of course there's water this side as well, isn't there? There's water all around actually. I'm just taking that up to the bottom of the cliffs. I'm leaving a touch of white there because that could be a bit of foam up against the cliff. And I want to leave that bit there, because that's where the glow is coming through. So we're coming down here now. I said that it's low tide, so the water will be in rivulets, if you like. So there'll be rivulets of water. Right down the bottom here, we'll get this filled in. Put a bit more dark into this now because it's closer to us. It's dark. It's night, isn't it? Well, let's darken it down a bit. Put some more brown in that. What we had in the sky. Well, that should darken it a little bit. That's better. Look at that. That'll darken it. Darken these corners. That'll bring the painting, the eyes to the middle. Oh yes. Touch more, get it dark, get it down. Same two colours again, what are the sky colours? So we're repeating what's up this upstairs, aren't we? I'm flicking some little bits, and I'm not filling it in totally because I want some to appear as mud. It's low tide, and there'll be stuff across here like this, and as it comes in, it'll slip across there where it's stood on mud. So this will come across here. Perhaps some flicks of dark across this one, look. Link it all together. I like messing about like this at the end. It gives you a little bit twiddly bits. It's nice. The trouble is with some people, what they do, they get bogged down with twiddly bits and use a small brush, and then they're snookered. So we'll leave that for now. In fact, I might dry it a bit. I'm just do is only, if you imagine the light has gone actually, but at the edge of where the water is near the edge and the mud is showing, it'll give you a dark area. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, so I'm mixing some same stuff but darker, and I'll flick in some just bits of dark, which it's against the light. See, so you'll get these darks. A bit more brown in that. It's a bit yucky, a bit bluey. So we'll get these darks coming in here, and they'll flick where the mud is. Some down here. So the edge of the mud is where it hits the water is darker because it's away from the light. What light we've got left. So let's just flick a touch in there. It'll flatten it down a bit, and that's nice. And of course, you I don't know whether it picks it up on the sound, but my shed or my studio, whatever you like to call it, is at the bottom of our garden, and I've got a beautiful blackbird singing his heart out. It is, and I don't mind it being on the recording because we all like a bit of wildlife, don't we? When we're stuck inside like this, crikey, it's driving me crackers. But my wife Carol, she's been a good one. She looks after me. She does. In fact, when we work together on the ships, Carol does all the work with brushes and paints and sorting people out, and I just paint. So really, she's the star of the show. And in fact, all our friends on the ships and that, when we see her, they call her Debbie McGee without the fishnet tights. So that's the name she goes by. Right. So that we're having some twiddle around here, and a bit of twiddle here. It could be a dark rock or something. It's just I don't know. Just have a twiddle. A little bit of rock, because it's not totally flat, is it? When it gets low tide, there's all sorts. There's rocks, there's supermarket trolleys, there's bikes and all sorts, you know. But it's more romantic than that. It is. I'm sure it is. But that brings the interest down to this foreground here, which it's all around here. And it'd be nice if we had. Oh, I know what I'll put in. I just forgot a little bit there, a little twiddly touch there on that sail. What about a flag on the top of each one? That'd be nice. And they're part of the same group, so we'll have the same colour of flag on each one. And I'll put one just up here. And this'll give you the direction of the wind, won't it? Because I'll just flick it up there like that. How's that? And one on this one here. Now you see that I've gone higher than the mast, so it means I'll have to strengthen the mast a bit, won't I? You see, it's all done with mirrors. This, it's up there now. Anyway, it's now reached the flag. I don't think you'd see that reflection of that because it's beyond the bottom of the painting. That one, I think you might see a touch of it, but I'm nitpicking there. Nitpicking if I'm doing that. I'll put it in to keep people happy. Right. It's a bit dead. So we ought to have. What we ought to have is one or two people in, because we've done people, haven't we? Remember, we did the people at the races and that. So we'll have one or two. We want a bloke holding this tiller at the back. So we'll put him in. This is Fred, and Fred, he's got this red jumper. He doesn't. He must want washing, this jumper. He's had it for ages. He's here. He's got all this rudder, and he's doing his stuff. I'll put him just here. He's got this rudder. I'll put him some dark trousers on. So he's standing out on this. Here he is. Dark-haired lad. There, he's playing with his rudder, or whatever they do. But of course, if you do that, I think you'll find that Fred's jumper will reflect in the water, won't it? Just about here. So don't forget Fred. You've got to show him in the water, or he'll be in trouble. So he's sorting out the rudder. So there'll be somebody else. His mate will be doing something on the boat. I'll put him a blue jumper on. It could be a denim or something. That'd be nice. And put him on. I'll put him. He's sat here. He's watching what he's doing. He's just contemplating his nets or whatever they do. That's it. He's feeling down there for him. We'll put him some trousers on as well. I'll put him some. Keep him dark. That's it, because it's evening, and he's sat there. You can just see the top of his trousers as he's sat there on this rubbish. Another dark-haired lad. That's two of them, and they can't just have two. So we've got to have a third one somewhere. I know we'll have a third one. I will have him with what colour jumper shall I put him on? Oh, a nice maroony jumper on. Put him a alizarin crimson. It's called. It's a posh name, but it's only like a crimson colour. We'll put him a crimson jumper on, and he's stood here. The other two's busy, and he's stood, and he's about here like this. And you'll always find, no matter what's happening, there's always one stood watching. He's not doing anything. I think he must be a supervisor or something, because he stood there just contemplating what to do, and he's doing nothing. So I should have put him a supervisor's hat on, really, because I'm sure they must have some like that. The back boat, I'm not sure about putting anything on that. It's too far away. I don't want much detail. But what would be nice is if with low tide and that, you might get some ducks or something like that. So let's have a few ducks, shall we, while we make it muck it about here. Let's say in here. Yes, just here. We can put a duck in here. That'd be nice. Not too big. This is my rigger, by the way. You know, it does its thing, and it's smashing. And then just here, look. She's got 4 little ones with her. She's a proud mum, she is. Perhaps a touch of reflection just here. And you might get, I'm nitpicking now, you might get a touch of this sort of thing, you know, as if sailing where they've been through into the water. Right, I think I want to put a touch. I think shadows are important, as I've said previously. It's important that we get shadows in. So I think I'm going to mix a bit of shadow colour. That's that French ultramarine and the burnt umber. Whoops. Touch of that in. And I think we'll make this we'll put some shade onto this here. That's it. Darken that a bit. It's in shadow. Darken this reflection a bit. Touch on that background boat. And of course, if you've got time, what you can do is use a little brush, and where the top of the boat is here, you generally get some like a whoops, you get a drop of water like that, which is not very nice, is it? Anyway, it's gone now, I think. Right. So what we're going to get is, you might get this sort of stuff. Like a bit of a rail across here. Across the back. Save him falling off. I think a bit more shadow on them sails would be nice. And it gets to the stage where like this, the shadows and that. Again, depict it in the below there. Don't forget that. Now let's have a look in the sky. See if there's anything happening in the sky that we want to do. And being a nautical scene, I think what we should do is perhaps. What about the odd seagull? Right, a gull. Now there's gulls are quite easy to do. You put it's what I call a flattened M. So let's say it's going to give a bit. So an M it goes tweak, 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 tweak. That's just, oh, I better put another one in here now. I've caught it with my brush. That looks like a squadron. That's two coming in fast there, in formation, like the red arrows. I'll put another one somewhere else, just to break the sequence up, or it'll look crackers. Yeah, I'll stick one up here. That's it. That'll do. One up there. That's 3. You don't never put 2. I put 1 or 3. And I'm coming to the stage now where people should take the brush off me, because you can go on too much. And I think this is a nice evening sky with some barges, with reflections, mountains or hillsides, crows or ducks in the water. And I hope you've enjoyed this one, because it's different. We'll have something different next time. So if you have enjoyed it, please subscribe and join us. Now I'll send you an email to tell you when we're doing the next one, or give us a like or something, and spread it to your friends if they want to do it, because they're locked down as well, don't forget, so they might like to do it. So for now, goodbye, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.